I don't know if this is being captured right now. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm kind of getting over something. I liked this poster over here. I don't know though how to fully capture it, but that's okay. And with many jumps and cuts here and there, due to me not realizing sometimes that I was not recording. Sorry if I do not snip out me checking if I was recording. I will do my best to make sure that it's not in here or any personal messages end up in here, even if that means I have to blur it out. That is alright with me, if it is alright with you all. Anyways, this is a new video compared to the others. I am also very sorry for not posting for a while. I had not mean to just ignore this. I was working on this video actually, trying to figure out if I could figure everything else out. Here we shall go then to the arcade to see my gaming skills, but you guys know as I am playing on a phone, I'm going to suck at this game. Like I suck at every other game. I did a decent enough job here, I think. And that's not me saying that every phone user sucks at playing games, it's just me. I suck. Oh, and there we go into a match. Oh, look at that. I'm the killer. How lovely. Yes, I have no other skin. Despite me playing this game before, I have yet to earn enough to get a new skin. Let's begin. I am also trash. This is my first time playing as the killer. Hip hip hooray. We'll see how well I can do this. Anyways, if there is anything you guys would like to comment down below, please feel free. Yeah, that giant cut is my bad. I didn't mean to. My camera stopped recording and I thought it did. I had killed one person at that moment, and this is me trying to figure out my controls. I suck at this game. Then again, I suck at most phone games. I was so happy that day that he didn't, move. He barricaded the wrong way, which got me an easy kill, and it came down to 2 people, which we are hunting for now. Oh yes, I know you people probably hate third-person POVs as monsters, but it's easier to see and it gives me more control, in my opinion. Then again, that's just how I feel. I was shocked that I got a hit off of her because, well, it looked like I didn't. Sorry for that massive jump, and we're just going to go. As you can see, the timer is approaching. At this point, it's just one man standing, and I think very badly I was not good at this. I went down here, and yes, I think he thought he was down here despite me having no evidence. And yes, I put a trap here. I didn't know if that was the actual exit. I have only played in the other map, the inside map, so I had no idea. I kept missing 99% of my shots, barely able to fully do anything, and I waited until the barricade thing was up because I didn't think you had to hit it. I didn't also want to hit it. It felt like it would take too much of my energy, so I struck him. As soon as he had stopped, it was kind of funny, not funny to me. Yes, there's a little Milo waving up in the corner. I don't know why I added that, but I figured it would be easier to cover up the Roblox symbol because I don't know about you guys, but I'm quite annoyed of it. I would have put my little fishy one from my TikTok account that I also had posted here, and I want to post the hello one later, but we'll do that one later. I won. For my first time being a killer, I won, which was super shocking. I didn't think I was. And we loaded into a new game. I will admit there will be a bunch of different people here, there, or everywhere. But I mostly played with this group for a bit. This is also daily cuts, so this took me a few days because of my internet problems, other issues, personal problems, and other things, etc, etc, etc. Sorry if you could hear people pacing around and noises in the background. I apologize for that now. We go to check out the arcade. The arcade, which to I suck at. I don't know why I just kept circling it for a while. I nearly died there, but I couldn't For some odd reason, sometimes it's delayed, other times it's not. It was super difficult though, but that's okay. Who even notices? I don't think it was that bad. I'm sorry if lag gets to the point where it's unbearable to watch, but I've tried and then I died. But that's okay, Milo's waving us hello and it's the next killer's turn. I'm sorry for the amount of lag that is probably happening in this thing, because it's lagging really bad on my thing. But I thought it would be interesting, and I've only survived twice. Most of the time I get killed. I was not the medic yet, since I was saving up for the medic. I thought the medic was 800. So I realized later on that, oh wait, it isn't. I didn't know what the flash was, and then, yeah, it sucked. I forgot that you could barricade, so I just kept running. I did not. This person actually helps me out a lot, right here, the girl. She was very nice and helped me. Sorry for the giant cut, but she healed me there, then we ran out, then I started doing another generator. And she was nowhere to be found. I know she was still alive. All of us actually were still alive, surprisingly. I thought we were all gonna end up dead. I think this killer, everybody survives. Which, hooray. Oh, there she went again. She was all over the place. I quite did like her. She was very nice, very kind. Constantly asking if we needed heals. I also put Milo there so nobody would end up noticing chat. Since most people don't want to be featured, I didn't know, but you probably will see her username later on, or if you zoom in you could read everybody's username there. Anyways, it was quite shocking seeing how long we had survived. I didn't realize that these had specific locations, and it got really hard at one point for me to put it in because my thing was not working. Anyways, as we can see here, we started running. I didn't know if the killer was still chasing me, nor was I going to check till I turned around. I thought we could have climbed up these. It made it seem like you could have, then the killer spawned. My heal was useless as I was trying to eat, so then it debugged. It was very, very annoying at times. I didn't realize most of it. As you guys can see here, we just kept going. I drank a small thing to get some speed regeneration back. I had no idea, once again, if the killer was still chasing me. I was planning on just running the killer if he was in the loop until he eventually gave up or had not noticed me. I don't know who went through the door there, but I'm pretty sure it was the killer. He did not notice me, and therefore we did not need to use that plan. At this point, we are all still alive, at least to my knowledge, and we were just chilling. I start lagging a bit every now and then, here and there, but that's perfectly fine. We start running and running. We were more or less looking around. I had not realized if anything was going wrong. I was trying to figure out where the generator was, since we only had 1 out of 3 generators. I eventually saw a generator, but it was already worked on. I thought we could have climbed up there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was a big flash. And here I hide. Juke. Nope. It failed. We just run. And at this point, 1 person is dead. I get caught on that quite a bit. She tries to heal me, although I was being chased. It's quite sad. I was also ready to barricade the door. Ooh, and I had not seen him until he was right there, and then I just dove in. I don't think he had saw me. I do crouch a lot around the corners, trying and hoping that he would not notice. I heal up a bit, then we jump to a generator. This is a interesting spot for a generator. I'm pretty sure this is the same game. Yep, we're all still here. I did not realize that it had stopped recording again. I did not know of this room previously to my knowledge. I honestly thought that some doors you just genuinely could not open. That was not the case. I did hide here, to which I thought the killer was going to notice because of my fat shark tail. But no, I don't even think they came. Well, they did, and they had not noticed me. Anyways, I don't know if I want to call you my little sharkies or my little bugs. A massive jump here. Sorry for that. I had not realized that you could also break down doors, because I could have sworn last time there were doors here, but then again I thought I was just thinking about a different map. This was a very, very sad map. She came running in, then the killer zoomed past, and then we didn't even, I thought I recorded me exiting, but I didn't. I had not realized how many open. There we go, next round, and I have cut the video, making sure that I was recording before. My thing gives me like a 3-second thing before it genuinely starts recording, which was very nice. And as you can see, she starts creeping up, and we were just chilling. We start circling one another, and then I went to go do the generator, as I so unfortunately had got when I was doing the generator. Well, interesting enough, nothing really did happen. I was expecting for us to get caught, maybe killed, but no, we got to complete it with nothing going wrong, which was shocking. Then she requested, I accepted. It took me a minute because I didn't realize. We kept freaking out a bit every now and then. Well, mainly her leg kept freaking me out because it would zoom past and I would think that she's getting chased. Then we went here and then we really did find the killer. I started running loops. She went AFK and I tried my best to keep her alive. Although I assumed it was great, I really should have started running, and then when she died I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I should have ran. It was so tragic. I wish I could have saved her, then I got stuck. I decided to eat a piece of pizza, bring up my health, even if I just got dragged right down. I did not see his trap there, and yeah, I died because of it. It was not my brightest moment. We returned back to lobby. I had not seen her, so I figured she had left. Then we cut to another game, although what I thought I recorded was not actually recorded. I bought the medkit thing, and yeah, I had a lucky spawn to find it. I then dragged it, not realizing that there was probably one closer, but we walked it all the way over. It surprisingly wasn't too far from me, which made everything a lot easier. I was also expecting the killer to come get me or something terrible to happen, but no, everything was safe and sound, and this was one of my more easier runs. Sorry for the big jump there. I had no idea. Like I said, this video has a bunch of them. Anyways, we did see the killer. I started panicking. It wasn't my brightest, but that's okay. He wasn't there until he apparently loped around, I think. I stood crouched in the corner. This person scared me. They scared me. I don't know why they paused there just to stare at me with a funny, shocked expression. But yes, this was not my best. I was, in a very, very interesting predicament. I did not realize that the killer was right behind me, so we just turned to look at each other for a second, and then I started running and panicking again. I did not know if he was chasing, so I hid behind here before going up and then hiding. Well, I was very indecisive of where to hide. I didn't know the best spots or the worst spots. I was also looking for generators to do, because I did not pay attention that everybody had finished the generators except for the breaker boxes. So I guess I went to go do the breaker boxes as soon as I found one. I don't know if that's the name, but it's the name that we'll be using. Sorry for the massive jump there. Yeah. Yeah, we got this. It's the best thing. The one that really freaks me out, as you did not get to see me die, was all of it. I don't know why I started doing that. My friend started bugging out, which caused that. And then the round started, and then it was another spring trap. I'm kind of hoping for the puppet. I don't know if you guys saw that red thing. I'm very excited for the puppet. And Milo's just there waving. All excited, all happy. This was a very interesting run because I sucked. I also had this spawn. I think this was the earliest that I died. It was very, very sad. But we kept going. I did as much as I possibly could. I was more or less trying to find where the thing is. Yes, it's me turning up my volume. I could not hear for the life of me. I didn't see him beside me. Or behind me, my bad. But that was pretty much it. I died almost immediately. Wasted all my stam. I went to go hide. Then I died. Then I cried for a bit. But that's alright. Then we jumped to the next round. And, well, there's a lot of spring traps. This is a map that I am a little bit more familiar with. I guess there really was no doors there. That's alright. We were more or less, I was happy to spawn by a generator and be able to fix it. I had to zoom out to fix it. It was quite sad. I couldn't just stay in first person and fix it. Luckily, I had a quick, easy one for the first one. All the lights turned on. And then we just had to do the rest. It was quite nice, relaxing. Nothing really bad to complain about. I was also expecting the teammate that we saw earlier to come over here and help me, but they had not. That is alright, they do what they do. They do as they please. Well, this was a very interesting run. No matter what you guys say. I think it was one of my better runs. And then I grabbed the breaker, and then I realized I have to carry it God knows where. Luckily, there was one very close to me, and I did not need to go all the way to the other side to input it. And it was right there, very close by, and easy access. I don't really know why some parts of my thing start slagging, but that's alright. We got this and we'll just keep going. Sorry for my brief pause here. I was looking and talking, I think, to somebody. Anyways, then we get going and, well, person walks by, walking. I realize why they're walking away from the killer. And we just start running. And I guess we just wanna run down to the ground. Sorry for that. I got bored. Anyways, we keep going. I don't know why I hid in the corner. I honestly loved this game. I think this is one of my better runs. As you can see, Milo's being very effective of not letting us look at chat. Well, then we just keep going. Honestly, sometimes I forget. I did pause to look at that person's health, and as you can see, Springtrap ran the other way, or the rotten one. I mean, I don't know anymore what to call them. I think I'm just gonna call them their actual names. Please don't sue me. As you can see, I started walking backwards to double check that there was nothing behind me. And I am looking for generators or some boxes, I think there was 3 this round. But then again, I could have been completely wrong. I saw the killer walk past and I was not going to go follow. This person did. I accepted like I always do. And we just started walking. I started walking in a small loop. I went backwards because I had not realized that there was one behind me until I looked again. I was so happy that day that I looked again, and then I had to drag it all the way back. It was so tiring. It was also so annoying. having to walk all the way back there, and then I forgot how you get all the way back there. So it took me a while. And then I realized that you can't put it down and go fix the generator, so I could not assist them then. I didn't know how to get over there, and I still don't think I know how to get over there. And then, well, my cellular device decided to die on me, and it was quite sad. I then witnessed the first Enid that I've ever experienced. Or no, is this Enid or the Mimic? Either or, this is the first one I've ever witnessed. And yeah, it was very exciting. I could not wait. I think this was a decent spawn to spawn inside of the office. If anything, I did pause here for something. I don't remember what. Then I saw this light and I remembered, hey, I'm in a game, I can't just pause. I picked up the generator, which luckily I spawned right on top of practically. And I decided to walk it to the closest one I could possibly find, which is where I encountered my first difficult situation. There was another box right there, so I was just going to take the box after. I'm surprised Enid did not see me. I thought he would have seen me and probably murdered me. But he didn't. He was chasing that person, which made it very, very easy for me to get past. And then I struggled with the generator because it said saying input, but then it would not let me, so I had to move my head a bit and do it. Then yeah, it was very simple. I made it seem so difficult. Then I went to go grab this for the next breaker box, which I had not realized that there was probably one closer to me. Then he swiped at me, then I got stuck, then I started running in a circle. I tried to hide behind things and keep running, but my demise was close, too close. I didn't also know how to get rid of him, his little things, and they were draining my life, to which I die. That was pretty much it. And then we wait in the lobby for a bit, then yeah, then we had fun. Then the next one, which was my first Mimic, which actually excited me. I wish the Mimic had a few skins, but last I checked, I didn't think he did. Or maybe he does, and I just don't know. I was super happy to spawn right by the generator again. Very lucky spawn so far, and I just kept going. We finish the generator, we pump it up, the thingy, realize that the killer's right beside me, try and sprint away, realize that I am the worst person at this game. Yeah. At one point, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's in this recording or another, but somebody barricades me outside. I didn't think he realized that I was the closer target. When he did that, I took a minute to heal up, and I should have just stood right there for the entire game. Oh, but Milo, that's cheating. Oh, I don't care. I want to survive. Survival comes first. Luckily, I was able to heal up quite a bit. Only had a little bit of health still gone, but not enough to automatically get me fouled or killed, however you want to consider it, my little sharkies. And we shall go through the door and into the forest. And as you can hear, the dogs are barking. Anyways, we started walking, then we started running. I found the generator I was trying to work on. Then we start working on it, and surprisingly, no killer. Nobody after us. I don't know the Mimic's abilities entirely, because I've never really focused on the Mimic. I've seen the gameplay of this, but pretty much the little guy with the mask, I don't know what his name is, or anything, but he's really good at Bye Bye Night. And then that happened, and I was confused of how the Mimic could do that, and why does he have that OP ability. I also don't like how the Mimic could just jump up over there, and yeah. We need to figure out ways. Enid and the Mimic, in my personal opinion, are overpowered. I mean, Enid could just trick you, which, yes, it's a cool ability, but it's also kind of sad. Yes, we stood right there. I was healing. I feel so bad for that guy. There was nothing that I could do to save him nor heal him. My survival comes first, and then I just started running through doors. I was gonna drag him in a loop if he was still chasing, but then I realized that he wasn't. And then that guy scared me. And I honestly thought that the mimic was going to be there and capture me, but he didn't. I was able to sneakily run away and hide. I was gonna go help this generator, but no. He did it. I was gonna offer him a heal until the mimic came. I think that this is so funny how they have their each own unique animations for each other. And how the mimic could grab you. I think I phased through the wall there. I don't know how. I didn't cheat. I was just tossed and no-clipped through it. Dun 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 dun. I don't know why he was after me so bad. Like, okay, I get it. I could heal, I could sabotage, but still, leave me alone. Oh, leave me alone. But yeah, it was quite sad and quite interesting at the exact same time. I don't really know why though. I was still running even if he wasn't after me, to my knowledge. But then again, well, with only 3 of us still alive out of 4, what does it do for us? We were running down the mountain when he comes, and then we running down. We take a minute to bandage her up. We take a minute to bandage ourselves up. And then we get ready to run away. Then we take a quick look around. And well, yes, that was very loud. Don't know what that is, but something's going on outside, but that's okay. Then we do the generator. And then we just gotta go over. We're running down the mountain when you come. We'll be waiting at the bottom when you come. But yes, it was quite nice. Then I got knocked out. And yeah, all my healing was for nothing. He was constantly on top of us. And I think the worst fact is the fact that I was the main target, I believe. But then again, he is trying to get anybody. But still, even when other people would show up and you could clearly tell that they had less health than me, he would not go. But yeah, it was kind of sad, mostly interesting. And then the worst thing could have happened. It was just me, and I forgot that he could just teleport towards you and crawl up from under the ground, which makes no sense, devs. Please make it make sense. And don't do the puppet how you do Springtrap, which is not powerful at all, only having those abilities. And don't do it like the Mimic, who has like a bunch of abilities that you have to constantly toggle in between, because that is so irritating from what I see from gameplay. And then that happened. He came up from under the ground. I tried to run, and then the timer felt like it was taking decades. He eventually caught up to me, and I knew that this was it. This is the end for me, my Sharkies. I was dead, if not dying. There was nothing that I could do about it. Timer was so close, all I could do was survive. Then I ran into a dead end. I tried to loop him, then I ran out of stamina, then you saw me get bored, and then you saw me die. Until we meet again. And well, this is it. I go back down, we load in, we walk in, and yeah, it was quite nice. It was also very tragic seeing how quickly I died. Then we go to play arcade, I thought, and then I said no, and instead went up top to sit on a lovely couch and look depressed, like I always do. Ha, how sad, how sad. And then we're loading into a new map. Loading. And it's another Springtrap. I have nothing against Springtrap. It's just so many Springtraps. I also hope that the puppet isn't overpriced. Anyways, we do the generators. We do them to the best of our abilities. We cry. And we jump to a whole nother map because guess what? I don't know what happened to that camera feed footage. But guess what? It's just a few of us. Oh no, yeah, 5. No. Yes, 5 of us. We can make it if we try. I don't remember who was chasing us this round, but I'm pretty sure it was another Springtrap. I guess then I shall just let you guys enjoy the rest of this video up until my favorite part. Well, that was kind of short. Anyways, yes, I did bug out here. I don't know what happened. Then I got flung, and I honestly thought I was going to die, but luckily I didn't, and I was able to get back up. And then start sprinting and booking it out of there. And now I guess you guys shall enjoy the rest of the video up into another good part of mine. And yes, I was finally able to capture me leaving the exit. I don't know why I zoomed in so close right there. And then I cut to a, I think, new server. And, well, yes, this is pretty much it, guys. We're almost done. This nightmare is almost over. And then as the timer gets closer and closer to our eventual demise, I didn't think anything of it. Then we started, and then the countdown began. It wasn't anything too bad. This was actually quite interesting. I kept glitching in and out of POVs, and this This was my Molten Freddy, aka New Edit skin. This is the round that I really did suck at, to the point where I automatically just have to cut to a new playthrough. And yeah, Molten Freddy from the get-go was on top of me constantly, and well, it was unpleasant, but still much fun. I tried to juke him only to die. He was much better than I, but that's alright. Here we get to see him pretending to be me. And yeah, I shall let you enjoy.
We'll be together forever! Knock knock! Missed you! We'll be together forever! Knock knock! What a pleasant surprise! Together again!
I thought it was really funny that he was pretending to be me for a little bit. It was quite funny in my opinion. And then we just wait for the timer to go down. And yeah, it took a few seconds. And we were just vibing for a bit. It was nothing too bad. I thought this poster was really funny and interesting. I couldn't read the top, but yeah, it's alright. Then, well, the new round began, and then we saw them all dancing. I thought it was really funny. This is the person that just friended me and that I accepted, that you could see last cut. Yeah, they did no mercy at all. I spawned next to these two. I guess they were friends. I don't really know. But this group was a generator hogger, which is alright. Which is nothing too bad. I mean, you gotta do what you have to do, and yeah. Even if that means that you prevent everybody else from hitting a generator, which is mildly annoying, but that's alright. We at least got that small generator. And yeah, we keep going. I went first person for a little bit, and then we just start running down the streets, up and down the halls, through and through the walls. They freaked me out here. I did not also realize that was a generator, but that's alright. I guess me being me, gotta do what you gotta do for others. I thought we could also go through there, which devs, that would be actually really cool if you could go through there and then sneak through the vent as a cool little thing. So yeah, I was also trying to get a generator only for us to get denied. When it kept saying fix, I thought you could fix it, but I guess it was just like a request to kick everybody else off. But that's alright. Then we went through here, and then they all started running, which made me want to run, but I didn't know why we were running. And then I thought we were cool, and then he threw that, and then I started panicking because I thought we were going to be cool. And then again, I guess it's every man for himself. Which just meant that he was right on top of me. It was quite annoying. This is also a good effect. I could not see for the life of me and I kept running. Eventually I tried juking him, only for this to happen. I don't know what happened there and why it happened, but something clearly did happen. I got hit, only for me now to actually start trying to juke him by running up and waiting, cut off to the side. Running up and waiting, and they did cut off to the side. Eventually, for me not to really pay attention, but he was up there already, and that freaked me out even more. And then I ran out of stam, and then I knew that I was it. This was it. And then this man barricaded me out, which made me so mad, because he's gonna be the reason why I die. Yep. Finished. At last. Goodbye, my little sharkies. See you in the next one. The next video will be about me and my friends. I hope all of you guys have a lovely day, and this is it.